Good morning, everyone. It is day 116, and I just left my tent site at the Lenny Smith shelter, I think, and slept really good. I actually had a good dream last night instead of a nightmare like I usually do, so that was nice, but that meant I wasn't quite ready to wake up this morning when my alarm went off, but that's okay. I still managed to get myself up and at 'em. I'm trying to beat some of the heat today. Today is yet another day of heat advisories and dried up water sources, which means carrying lots of water, which means carrying a really heavy pack on a really hot day, and that is not fun. So I think my plan is to actually get off at one of the road crossings. Well, it's like a gap. I think there's like a whole parking lot there and everything. And hitch into town to go get water and then come back to trail. That's how bad the water situation is. But I think the town is like relatively close to the trail. And a lot of the comments on Far Out said it's pretty hiker friendly. So I'm hoping that it'll be an easy hitch and a quick in and out, but we'll see. My plan today, well, I've kind of got two different options. I can either go to the next shelter, which would make it pretty short day, which, you know, obviously depending on the heat might be the right decision, or I can try to push on to Delaware Water Gap, which is where my new shoes are. If you haven't been following along the past few videos, I've had a touch of tendonitis on the top of my foot, and I tried resting it with a Nero and a Zero, icing, compression sock, elevating, everything that I know to do, taking vitamin I, which I don't really love taking medicine every day, but doctor's orders, taking vitamin I, which is ibuprofen if you're not familiar, ibuprofen in the morning, and you know, it comes and goes. This morning it's feeling not very good. Obviously the rocks in Pennsylvania are probably a factor, but I'm hoping once I get my new shoes in Delaware Water Gap that it clears up a little bit. So, you know, I'm tempted to just go ahead and push on, but then part of me is like, nah, you need to take it slow. But then that's kind of like, you know, delaying a town day another day, because I do think I want to stay the night in Delaware Water Gap anyways. So, I don't know. Hard to say. It's going to be a game time decision. So just be sure to stay tuned for that. So I'll keep you guys posted along the way. Beautiful power line view this morning. I wish I could see the sunrise. It's like just tucked away over there, but wow, this is such a lovely view. Little frog perfectly camouflaged. Oh, oh, all right. He's so cute. Not sure what this metal pole is about, but wow, this section right here is super duper overgrown. So definitely gonna have to do a tick check after I get through here. It's like wet with like the morning dew too. Yikes. Headed to Wind Gap. Trying to get a hitch.
I enjoyed it. One of my friends was a little customer. He's been over to stop and he had a great conversation.
There's no other option.
No, there's nothing here we can have.
So, yeah,
years ago, the beer sign up in town here.
Yeah.
It's closed.
Did we hitch just to come to McDonald's?
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
It's okay if you can get like a breeze rolling through and you have the windows up.
So when do you expect to get to me?
Late September.
Alrighty, we just got back to trail, hopped back on at Wind Gap, and we definitely hitched just to go to McDonald's. But, you know, we got plenty of food and got to fill up on our water there, so it was worth it. And then we were sitting at a table, and this really lovely older couple, I guess they saw our packs, or maybe they overheard us talking, but they were like, hey, do you guys, like, need a ride back to trail? And so didn't even have to hitch on the way back. Got a ride back to trail, and they were so lovely and so nice. And, yeah, so back on trail now. And boy, oh boy, it is just so hot. And I've got so much water in my pack, which makes my pack so heavy. And the heavy pack with the heat, man, I could just complain about it all day long. I won't, but I could. I'm just like already pouring sweat and literally just got back on trail. So, but it's just part of the joys of through hiking, I guess. I don't think we're gonna try to push the Delaware Water Gap today. Just gonna take it easy with the heat and push to the shelter, which is in like 10 miles, I think. Maybe a little less than that actually. But there's water at the shelter, so at least gotta make it there. And then from there, I'll just see how I'm feeling and maybe find a stealth site past that. Or, you know, if I'm just exhausted, probably just stop at the shelter. But I don't know, we'll see. Stay tuned. This is the trail. Straight through all these rocks. Even when you're not in the boulders, there are still rocks everywhere, always. I think this area is so beautiful. I love all the squiggly little trees and the ferns, so nice. And I like that you can just like pretty much see right through everything. So lovely. Feels like a jungle. Survived going up and over Wolf Rocks. I think that was it. All the comments were talking about rattlesnakes and whatnot. Didn't see any snakes, but kind of a fun little treacherous rock scramble. Now on to more rocks. Less treacherous though. Okay, so I spoke too soon. Definitely more rocks. I think it's so funny when they put the white blazes like on the rocks themselves. It's so hard to show the actual climb, but I don't want to film it while I'm actually doing it because that would be really dangerous. But trust me when I say it's kind of sketchy. But look at those clouds. Wow, they're so pretty. All right, I'm gonna try to film while going up this because I think I can do this pretty safely. Just curious if there's a view up here. Yeah, a little bit. To me, the view is the clouds. Like, are you kidding me? Like, what? That's unreal. Here's the rest of the rock climb now. It's just pretty much like a rocky ridge. The only issue is if you fall off, you're going down the mountain. And as you can see, we're at the treetops right now, so quite a long ways down, but luckily no white rocks today, so that's good. In other news, if you're wondering how hot it is on this rocky exposed ridge, the answer is hot, so I'm gonna get going. Here's the descent. Easy, right? I survived Wolf Rocks, and I want to say that is the last of like the big boulder scrambles in PA, so that's super exciting. And you know, still got the little rocks on the ground. They never go away, it seems, but I can deal with those. I just don't like having to like basically use all four limbs to navigate the boulder fields. So also it's so hot. I don't know if you can see all the sweat on me, but I ended up taking off my shirt and it was just drenched, just soaked. So hopefully might have a fire at camp tonight and try to dry out my clothes a little bit, because this heat, whew, it's just insane. But I'm making it. Someone in my family just texted me and said that there was trail magic at the next parking lot, which is like 2 miles from me. So I hope that they're still there when I pass through, but that's given me like a little bit of motivation to get up and get moving to try to make it there before they leave. So fingers crossed, we'll see. See, why can't all of PA be like this? Nice, soft, squishy ground. You know, I keep dissing on PA, but actually this has probably been one of my favorite states. It is so beautiful. I could live without the rocks, but all the views and whatnot, and just the trail itself, just stunning. Like this, are you kidding me? This is so lovely. Trail magic. All right, here's camp for the night. Sunrise and I have set up our matching tents back to back for the aesthetic. So cute. I love it.
So cute.
Cheers. It sounded so sad.
Super sad.
We packed out Trail Magic beers and we're celebrating our last night in PA the right way.